If you feel like you're swinging the golf club well, but your distances just aren't there, you're not imagining it. You are losing distance. It's not your speed, and it's 100% not your strength. A lot of the time, golfers think they're hitting the ball solid. The reality is they're adding dynamic loft, the face is open, and they're just not getting the ball speed they deserve. And when you do that, often you're losing 10, 20, 30 yards without even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's causing it and give you a very simple fix so you can start compressing those irons, getting that distance back so you can hit it further on the golf course. There are 3 vital ingredients to hitting the golf ball further. First of all, your angle of attack. Most notably with the irons, it needs to be down. Hitting down will take the dynamic loft off the golf club. When you hit up, when you get these horrid impact conditions, dynamic loft increases. Face to path values, whether your face is open to the path or close to your path, will either add or take loft away. So when you have no angle of attack and a face to path value that's positive, all of a sudden you've added dynamic loft and you've turned that golf club into a 7-iron into a 9-iron, an 8-iron into a pitching wedge. Because fundamentally that angle of attack adds loft, the face to path does the same. And I've now turned that 7-iron into 29.5 degrees of dynamic loft impact, which has made my golf ball travel a shorter distance. I now change that angle of attack more down. I make my face to path value more negative, and for the same speed, all of a sudden with those improved angles of attack and face to path values, you can see the dynamic loft has come down considerably and the golf ball has gone a lot further. How do we produce more angle of attack? How do we produce a dynamic loft that is reduced? Now, first of all, we need to make sure that we've got a good grip, and I hear you say all the time, Stuart, stop going on about the grip, but if you need a good grip, which I don't doubt you do, you need to go check out this video up here. Once we've got the good grip in place, we need to make sure that the grip can be used to hit down and create the negative face to path. Now, a lot of you that have come from a weak hold, which creates those face to path values that are on the positive side, that makes the ball bend out to the right. Once you then start to have a grip that's good, what you might experience is a left shot because you've been swinging over the top, swinging to the left to stop it slicing. Don't worry, it's because your angle of attack has been lost, because as soon as a golfer starts slicing the ball to the right, they get this horrid impact condition and a golf club trying to overtake to stop the ball slicing right, and all of a sudden you lose all angle of attack. It might fly a little bit straighter, but you've lost all angle of attack. So once you start to get the grip in a good place, making sure that the right side of your body starts to move around the golf ball, your trail side starts to move around the golf ball, is crucial to giving you this pressure on the grip that puts the angle of attack back in. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your golf club and put it into your lead hand, get the club shaft pointing outside your lead foot, and if you were to set up to the golf ball, switch the grip around and now put the grip into the floor very close to a 45-degree angle to my left here, and with the ball in the usual position, now what I want you to do is I want you to start to push off of this club shaft and start to move your trail hand around. And when you do that, you start to get the feeling that your hip's moving back and your right shoulder is coming through. Now all of a sudden, you start to feel how the right side moves around. Now when you push the grip down, don't push the grip forwards because that's rubbish. Pushing the grip down and then moving around the ball will start to give you this right side mobility that starts to give you that shaft lean. because shaft lean has been seen for all too often as the shaft moving towards the target, and that is not how shaft lean produces angle of attack, because shaft lean is moving the club towards the target, which will open the club face up. You can see the face is open by moving the shaft towards the target, which is no good for us. So getting that club shaft pushing away so you feel like the bend of your lead arm can push that shaft away, that will get your right shoulder forwards, all of a sudden now gives us the opportunity to start to create more mobility with the right side and start to feel like the piston of that trail arm starts pushing underneath the body, that starts to drive the energy more into the mat, which all of a sudden feels more... Let's see that one again. The best of demonstration. Let's go again. So now all of a sudden you can see how that right arm lengthens, the hip moves back, and now we're starting to get some angles of attack that looks more indicative of what we want to see and feel, because as golfers, invariably, you just don't get those angles of attack. Now, once you've started to feel the lead hip moving back and the right shoulder starting to move forwards, now what we want you to feel is how the chest can keep going. It can keep going, start looking at the target, because that's going to start to mobilize your body a bit more and keep the energy up through strike, so that the angle of attack continues to increase and we still get our body to move through the shot. It's all too easy for golfers to get ever so caught up in just striking down at the golf ball when they're trying to create more ball compression and get stuck at strike. So this drill where you're pushing the lead hip back and getting that right hand through, you want to try and get that hand through the gap here. Can you see? Get it through the gap, which now all of a sudden gets that right arm more across your body. Now, when you move that right arm more across your body, look what it does to the club face. Look what it does to the face. It lines it up and gets it much straighter. So this feeling of the right side moving around that allows this right arm to be longer gives you that angle of attack, gives you that neutral face to path. But all of a sudden, you'll feel like your chest can free itself up down through strike to give you more energy, more speed, more compression to get that ball going that bit further. And it's all for free. You don't have to swing any harder. You just have to mobilize. And once you mobilize the body, that club will increase its distance, because you're going to deliver less dynamic loft, because the angle of attack is improved and the face to path has improved too.
Are you tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves? Head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves tried and trusted by elite amateurs and tour players alike. Enter my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any thoughts on anything covered in this video today, do drop me a comment in the box below. Consider subscribing right here. And that, my friends, is good coaching.